What's up, chumps? Paul and I hope you enjoyed today's show. We talked a little Stipe Miocic versus DC champion versus champion showdown set for UFC 226. Maybe we're just going to talk about it. I don't want to give away too much now.
Possible super fight.
But it may not happen. Maybe
not.
We just made that up.
Meh.
Just to get headlines. Clickbait. We talked a little potential super fight between Demetrious Johnson and TJ Dillashaw.
TJ all day.
Demetrious Drink Marker Johnson. You'll find out why we say that. And then we also talked about Ronda Rousey maybe making a WWE. I don't even know how I want to say it. Oh, actually, before I say that, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. See that? Got it.
You're late on it again.
I was late on it again, but we talk a little Ronda Rousey. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched the Royal Rumble because maybe she made an appearance.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Terrible.
Spoiler alert. I'm terrible.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, man.
Terrible.
That's awful. That's awful. And we throw in a few segments for you.
She's awful.
We hope you enjoy.
Bye.
A man walks into a bar.
A man walks into a bar. No. A man walks into an arm bar.
Ouch.
Dude, that's genius. You should start an MMA podcast.
The podcast with little talent, but lots of extra belly fat. This is A Man Walks Into an Armbar.
Thank you for tuning into A Man Walks Into an Armbar. We are back from our long hiatus. I am your host, Chad Alden, a.k.a. The Champ is here. With me, as always, is my co-host, Paul St. Amand Jr. My household came down with the flu,
Yes.
with croup, sore throats, colds. That is the reason we didn't record last week.
Yes.
So
it
I
absolutely
take
was.
100% of the blame. Not your fault. You were ready. You were coming over. You were going to catch a little bit of the AIDS for the well-being of the show, but we decided that was probably not a good thing to do. So we spared you.
More importantly, did you Lysol this place? Because I'm here now. So how long does the flu germs last?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I think we are good. All the symptoms, we did Lysol the whole place.
Oh, good.
If you are wondering, yes, so we did do that. Not sure if that does anything. Doesn't that usually kill 99.9% of the germs?
Yeah, I'm screwed.
And it keeps around that 0.1% super germ.
It's
Essentially, right, isn't it?
A super germ?
If it
it's
survived,
immune?
if it survived the Lysol, you would think it would be a super germ. Not sure that killing those
Wow.
bad germs I don't know if that's a good thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so how was your weekend and week? Must have been way better than mine.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have the flu, so that was a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's already you're winning.
We had a little tease of spring this weekend, which was nice.
That was super nice.
You want to hear something disgusting?
Oh gosh,
I actually forgot about it until you just asked me this weekend, and I thought about how nice the weather is, and I bought a ton of meat from the butcher.
you
all
smoked it.
Well, I was going to do that, but I bought a ton, right? So I wanted for lunch to do a little steak tips. Got a couple pounds of steak tips, all excited.
What flavor first? Before you continue with your my favorite is teriyaki.
Ooh, this is
Love
actually
teriyaki.
a Grill Master. So it's like a house blend. It's like really sweet. It's wicked good.
Oh man,
Wicked good. So, all excited. I hadn't grilled in months. I had left my grill outside for a while with the cover on, rolled it into the garage, didn't think about it for 3 months. It's winter, right? So in the 50s this weekend, I'm like, you know what? Let's roll that bitch out. We are going to cook some meat.
yes.
Took the cover off,
What happened?
opened the lid.
Did you have old meat on there?
No,
Did you have just bugs in there?
worse.
I want to know.
Fucking nest, like a mouse nest.
Oh my goodness.
I'm guessing. I'm hoping there's nothing in the garage
Oh,
because I didn't it's segmented away from the house. So I'm assuming that it was the month or so that I left it outside that I just wheeled it in.
probably not.
Probably not. So I literally opened it, all excited, dude. I even filled up I went out purposely after I got the meat to fill up 2 propane tanks. So I was all set, getting ready for spring in a couple months. Yeah, needless to say, I'm throwing that bitch away. I'm buying another grill.
So I had the flu. You may have the bubonic plague. That is how it was transmitted.
I could have literally grilled rat shit and piss.
The bubonic plague wiped out 2/3 of Europe.
I was so angry.
A lot of millions of people died.
I'm so angry.
Oh man, I don't know. We're in New England. We're kind of in what people would call the country. We're not. We don't eat mice.
No.
We're not. That's a southern thing. And
I do want to say it is like a field mouse nest, not a rat. We don't live we're 40 minutes outside of Boston, but we're not in Boston.
Exactly. So we're
these are
country.
field mice. Very pissed off.
Man, that's
so I had to. Oh, I hate myself.
So you're gonna have to
this.
lay some traps down now.
We have some in the garage.
Okay.
We've never found a mouse though, so that's why my assumption would be that it was outside and it left at some point before I rolled it in.
Man, did you throw the grill away?
That's what I'm hoping. Not yet. I am.
Are you really?
Oh, fuck yeah.
No, you can still eat off the grill.
I am not eating. What are you talking about?
You absolutely can eat off the grill.
It's a nice infrared commercial. I'm throwing that bitch away.
I remember that.
I'm fucking throwing it away.
I'll take it.
Really? I think I will. You're going to clean off the rat piss? Okay, first of all, there was no there was no mouse droppings, nor mouse feces, whatever. It was just a nest. So I am assuming that it wasn't living there. But do you seriously want it?
I'll take it. If you're really throwing it away.
I started cleaning it off, then I'm like, you know what? I'm throwing this away.
If you're really throwing it away, I'll take it.
Okay.
People are gonna...
So I read you're supposed to do hot water and soap and some apple cider vinegar or something in a bucket, and you're supposed to clean it.
That's what I'm saying. You don't throw it away.
You know what? Instead, I'm going to buy a new one.
It is a good excuse to buy a new one.
Yes, that's what I told my wife.
That's pretty good.
We can't eat off this.
I totally see where you're going with that one. That's not a bad idea.
But yeah, dude. So I was very upset. So I had to broil the tips in the oven.
Oh, that's not the same.
I know. And then I was going to fire up the smoker at night, but we got back too late. So now I have 2 pounds of sausage and 4 sirloin burgers that are just not smoked yet.
You probably have a family, a bald eagle nest in the smoker. Where do you keep that thing?
No, the smoker's in the garage. The top is closed, and there's no way you can get inside.
Good.
So yeah, I was so disappointed. I guarantee it was not in my garage because we have not found a dead mouse anywhere. And we have we pay somebody quarterly. We're on a quarterly plan to have mice and all the insects and all that. We're on a pest protection plan, so it had to have been outside.
Maybe they would buy you a new grill.
100% outside.
Say, hey, we're paying you quarterly.
Son of a bitch! I didn't think of that.
What, yeah,
they're
because we're keeping them out of your house. They built a home in your grill.
Of course
my grill's still on my deck. There's probably mice living in it. I have no idea. Now you have me really questioning.
Oh man,
this whole thing. Oh man.
Yeah, I would have been more freaked out if I saw a mouse, but yes. I'm not a mouse guy.
Yeah, where the heck?
Dude, I'm not a rodent guy. I'm not a snake guy. Spiders, dude, I'll pick them up in my hand. I'll eat them. I don't care about them. I don't do mice and I do snakes.
Snakes I'll do if it's a python, Florida king snake. The big snakes.
Not the little fuckers.
The little guys scare the heck out of me.
I got those in my yard too.
Oh, really?
I saw 3 of them.
I haven't seen
in 2 years.
Oh, I haven't seen any in my yard, knock on wood.
Totally this season.
But I have fake woods. We clear cut. This neighborhood was clear cut.
We have acres in the back.
Yeah, we don't have any trees. The builder for all the other houses would plant 2 trees. That's what came with the house. So our neighborhood, the only good thing about that is when there's tons of wind, big storms, don't have to worry about trees falling on the houses. Don't have to worry about power lines being down, all underground utilities. Not a bad setup.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look as homey when you're driving up and there's no trees around. It is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm disappointed.
That is disappointing.
Yeah.
That is disappointing, but I know what probably cheered you up.
What's that?
Mixed martial arts on the TV this past 2 weekends. Some pretty good cards.
Great cards.
Pretty good fights. Bellator had a couple events on. Those are pretty decent cards as well. I forget what we talked about in our last episode. Did we talk about Rory McDonald winning the welterweight championship from Bellator?
We did not.
He looked really good at this against Douglas Lima. His legs looked like he was not going to be able to walk for a few weeks after that fight. Brutal damage done to his shins. So that was a pretty good card. I don't think we talked about UFC 220, did we?
We did not.
Oh,
we had our picks.
Actually, I thought we did. Did we not?
No. Did we?
I don't know.
It's been 2 weeks. You had the flu. I had mice.
Shoot, I don't even
It was
know.
a pretty long stretch.
I don't know.
I
if
know we
talked about
did
it or not,
picks.
but how good does Stipe look?
Oh, controlled 90% of that fight.
He looked amazing.
He did look amazing.
My
What'd you
pick
think
was
for the-
wrong. My pick was
your
wrong.
Pick was dead wrong.
That stinks.
We were both wrong on what we thought was going to happen, though. We're like, knockout first round.
Everybody thought that. If you
Yeah.
took a decision, you are a crazy person.
I couldn't believe that happened. He just manhandled him.
Oh, man, it was brutal.
Crazy. Although, dude, he took a couple big shots, though. I was a little nervous.
Yeah, first round looked
Stipe
pretty bad.
Dude, he was banged up, though.
It was pretty good. But, yeah, we won't touch upon that. That's old news at this point. We just wanted to briefly discuss it because, again,
Because I had the right picks?
you had. I know. I should have totally not brought that up.
That's a good point.
But we wanted to bring it up because it was in our backyard, Boston, Massachusetts.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go.
I didn't tell you.
You got the tickets?
The day before I got offered the tickets.
Ah, you son of a gun.
I
You
should have
gone.
called you. $200 right behind the media, right behind the Rogan. Everybody sits.
Shoot.
My buddy went though.
Oh, do you like it? Have a
Yeah,
good
the
time?
problem is you have to buy in pairs. So he's like, "Oh, do you want to go?" He's like, "I need somebody else to go because you got to buy in pairs."
Oh,
So I was thinking
Makes
of me
sense.
and you should go, but it was literally the day before.
oh
We
man.
had already had plans.
I had looked. We didn't fill out our press credentials in time. So we were stupid. Not that we wanted to sit in the press box anyways.
but
We wanted to be with our
behind the
fans.
announcers.
I know, that's a really good deal. That's a
Those
really
are
good
the
deal.
Best seats.
Lackluster main event, though, for a craziest heavyweight fight in, like, maybe the history of the UFC.
Yeah.
But the co-main kind of lived up to it. That was good. But other than that, great card in Boston. Why
Yes.
not? We like seeing MMA come to our backyard. Come more often. Bellator does. They go to Mohegan Sun and Connecticut.
All the time.
Short drive away. That's not bad. But we do have a huge show for you today. I'm kind of thrown off. But before we start, let me take this time to plug some stuff. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Chad Alden, at Paul St. Amand Jr., at Armbar Radio, and at BDA_radio. Make sure you visit BDARadio.com for the most unique commentary on MMA and pro wrestling. Also, that's your one-stop shop to find out if Chad's household comes down with the flu again. If we're recording, we were going to try to record, but that thing lasted forever. So find the updates there. They put on the show. They sponsor the show. They pay our salary. So go to BDARadio.com. Like them on Facebook at Facebook.com/BDA Radio Media. And if you want to be a part of the show, call and leave us a message at 260 BDA MMA1. That is 260-232-6621. Make sure you subscribe and rate our podcast on whatever platform you're listening to us on. Doing so puts this show in front of more people and helps us grow our audience. Trust us, it's a good thing for everybody. Hopefully, coming up sometime soon, you'll be able to find us on Spotify. We're trying to get that done as we speak.
Under review.
It's under review currently. I'm sure there'll be no problem with that because they want one of the most electric MMA shows on their network. So we will tell you when that becomes live. Let's start the show. Let's jump right into it. We just talked about DC with an electric co-main event at UFC 220 in Boston, Massachusetts. Turns out he had such a great performance and that they thought Stipe had such a great performance against Francis Ngannou that these two are now scheduled to fight a super fight, champion versus champion showdown. That is set for UFC 226. The UFC announced that recently. That'll take place. It'll be the culmination of the two men coaching against each other on season 27 of The Ultimate Fighter. UFC 226 takes place July 7th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas and airs on pay-per-view following the prelims on FS1 and UFC Fight Pass. How do you feel about this fight?
Stipe Cormier.
Stipe Cormier, champion versus champion. Now that John Jones is suspended
For the heavyweight title.
for the heavyweight title. Now that John Jones is suspended, just had to throw that in there.
Right. On my birthday, July 7th.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Son of a bitch.
See that? It's a big fight. DC
It's a huge fight.
has fought a heavyweight before.
He has. That's why he went back down to light heavyweight.
He
got in trouble.
Okay, so he has notable wins. I gotta refresh your memory.
Okay,
and show you
it's been a while.
How great this fight is.
It's been a while.
He holds notable wins over Frank Mir, Roy Big Country Nelson, and Josh Barnett. And I feel like the only reason he went down to light heavyweight was his best friend and training partner, Cain Velasquez,
The real champ.
was set to run that division, and he wanted to get out of the way, go down to a division where Cain wasn't in, capture that championship. So he is a legit heavyweight. Great wrestling.
When you look at him fight at heavyweight, he's a legit heavyweight.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So does that
Wow.
make you... I forgot that he beat Roy Nelson.
I did too.
He was
that was a while ago.
He was the heavyweight Grand Prix champion
Yes.
of Strikeforce in 2012.
Look, I'm excited for this fight. I think it's going to be fantastic. Wrestler versus wrestler, but Stipe has way better boxing.
He has heavy hands.
Heavy hands.
Cormier has heavy hands as well.
As heavy? Heavy?
You haven't seen it lately, but I think he does
he
have
threw
some big power.
shots. He threw some shots this last fight, but I don't know if he has, not heavyweight hands. I'm telling you.
Does Stipe have
now
Olympic caliber wrestling?
That's what I was going to say. Now to the wrestling. Both of them are wrestlers, but what was Stipe? Was it D division?
I don't know. Was it one
or two?
I thought it was one, but
I
it
wanna
was probably a
say
smaller
one.
school.
But yeah.
We could totally be wrong. You don't have to send us messages saying we're wrong. If we're wrong, we're wrong.
But wrestler versus wrestler.
Wrestler versus Olympic wrestler.
To be honest, after watching Stipe do that to Ngannou,
you're taking Stipe all day?
All day.
I'm taking DC for the upset.
Day.
I'm taking DC for the upset.
DC's
I think his level of wrestling is going to be better. I think his gas tank is going to be better.
Better?
It's going to be better because
Stipe was
Ngannou
not gassed at all.
But Ngannou didn't have any defense against the grappling. Stipe was making Ngannou carry his weight around the octagon. DC is not going to do the same thing. He is going to put Stipe in bad positions. He's going to make him carry his weight. It's going to be more grappling. It's going to be bad positions. It's going to be the clinch, the most tiring positions that Stipe can be put in. He's going to be put in. And then I think DC's just going to double leg, ground and pound, and it's going to be a decision victory, but I think he's going to pull off the victory. On a side note, though, this thing that makes me sometimes question that, he couldn't take John Jones at will. Couldn't take him down.
Right.
I don't know.
John Jones isn't like a strong wrestler.
I know. He was a good
Stipe
wrestler.
is.
But he never pursued wrestling. I guess John Jones has good
and think
MMA
about it,
wrestling.
Stipe is bigger. He's bigger than John Jones.
I know.
And Cormier couldn't take Jones down.
That's what scares me about that matchup.
And Stipe is way more powerful strikes than John Jones.
But do you know who has heavy hands? Big Country. DC beat him. Big Country has heavy hands.
The problem with that, though, is Roy Nelson tried to play the wrestling game. That was his problem. He wasn't like going for strikes.
He can't beat DC. This is the problem. And then Barnett, great on the ground. Frank Mir, great on the ground. DC doesn't care about those guys.
So then, do you think this is all a hype train? So do you think they're setting this up, thinking that DC's going to win? Because Dana White and the UFC aren't really huge fans of Stipe. Because Stipe,
they're not in good
so
places
do you
right
think?
now.
So let's play this out. Do you think that they want DC to win, be two weight class champion, then fight Cain?
Nope. So I think if
because Cain's got to be next. He's next.
Cain had a tweet after that was announced, and he's like, "Oh, I'm checking in tomorrow, going to the gym, helping my friend train for his big heavyweight title match." But if he wins, things could get interesting. So it does lead into what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But that was the reason DC didn't want to make this fight happen. He told Dana, Cain's coming back to the division. I don't want to be in there. He's the guy in the heavyweight division. And he said, it doesn't matter. If he wins the belt, you can drop the belt. you can go back down to light heavyweight. Dana doesn't care about that. So this is what I heard. The Fox deal is coming up for the UFC.
Yes.
They're trying to make as big of noise as they can. They're trying to get the numbers they can. They're trying to build as much marketing around this fight as they can because they need it to help them in the negotiations. They want Fox to re-up, and this is the only thing or one of the few things that can do it, and I think that's why they made this fight.
When does that end?
I feel like
It's soon,
is it the
though, right?
end of the year? When is this fight? So maybe it's. I feel like it's close. Might be the end, like a half year. Maybe it's in the end of the year, but they have to try to make these big, huge marquee
end of next
fights.
year. Yeah, end of next year. Wow.
Yeah, see? So they're and the ratings are down. This last card that just aired, the one that we're going to be the one that we just talked about, who was it? Who just fought? Oh, my goodness. Brunson versus, I can't even think. The last card that just happened this past weekend. So that just occurred, and the ratings were the lowest in the history of the real Big Fox.
Do you want to know why?
Jacare Souza.
Because you couldn't even remember.
I know that's
And
isn't
we're
that terrible?
fans.
We're huge fans. It was Jacare knocked out Derek Brunson.
Right.
Yeah, for our
Nice leg
diehard
kick.
fans, it's
Nice
pretty
leg kick.
good.
I remember it.
Yes.
It's just I was literally thinking of the card too.
I know what the heck.
That was last weekend.
Yeah,
That's the problem. That's why ratings are down.
pretty bad. So yeah, it was
I almost-
did 1.49 million.
Dude, I almost attribute this to Conor McGregor. Because
know.
if the big names aren't fighting, people aren't watching anymore.
That's the thing. It's Brock Lesnar,
Which is
Ronda
sad.
Rousey, Conor McGregor. That's why they're trying to build this. They think this is going to be a big fight, DC versus Stipe. I'm not positive it's going to be. Maybe if the Ultimate Fighter turns
I don't
out
know,
to have
man.
some fireworks.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know
Stipe
either.
has a huge corner. DC has a huge,
Yeah.
following.
Yeah, it
Especially
could.
after this
destruction of
Vulcan,
Ozdemir. I
yeah.
know, man.
Damn.
He looks good.
I don't know.
So I don't know, but I think that's what they're setting up. I think they need some big fights to help them in negotiations with this Fox deal. See what happens. I heard another rumor. Don't even know where I heard this, so this could be totally off the wall.
Did you make this up?
I may have made it up, or somebody that told me made it up. But they said if the Fox deal falls through for the UFC, WWE is in negotiations to put Raw on Fox.
No.
That would be huge.
Wow.
But WWE has a huge relationship with their programmer, so I'm not sure if they want to make that happen. But getting it on non-cable, because Fox is non-cable TV,
Right.
that could get to way more
That's
people.
genius.
It
Yeah.
is genius, so we'll see. Maybe the UFC knows that. Maybe they know they're negotiating against the World Wrestling Entertainment business. So
I don't know. Vince is going to be busy.
I know, with the XFL kicking off in 2020.
You excited? I'm
I am
excited for that.
Ever since I saw the 30 on 30 for
Yeah.
the XFL, you forget how they revolutionized some of the camera work, some of the fun stuff.
It was
the product
brilliant.
was terrible on the field, so maybe they can help with that. You know what they need to do? Draft all the players out of college that didn't go to the NFL.
Ooh.
Start billing it like a college football
Right.
thing. Take a couple big guys from
They haven't
some of the big
announced
schools.
anything with the play. The good thing is there's not going to be any gimmicks.
Yep.
There's no WWE
Saying it's gonna be
superstars
family
crossover.
friendly.
Dude, I'm so excited for this.
They're going to try to make the game faster.
Off season, so it's not during NFL season.
Is that what he
think it's-
said?
Yeah.
Oh, I know they said they were going to put it on Sundays.
It's
I would rather see it during the NFL season. That way, if you can flip back and forth between some of the games. Oh, you like what they're doing?
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't know if I do.
Because I'm
I
not
don't know if
watching
I
any
do.
XFL game if NFL's on.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I would.
Like
Just to
you-
check it out.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd flip back and forth. They'd get mine.
Depends. We'll see who's going to be there. The one thing that I hope doesn't happen is it's the WCW of NFL. I don't want it to be all the old guys that go over that, just retired or
I don't
about
want
to
it to be the old
retire
guys.
to get paid. I don't want
Are you
it
trying
to
to
be
say
the
you
old
don't
guys.
want it to be the Bellator of the MMA world?
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to bring it up, but basically the Bellator of MMA.
But what Bellator is doing is smart also, because they have the really old guys, the big marquee name guys, but then they have some young guys that are up and coming in the
Right.
division, really good. They're signing all the really good collegiate Olympic wrestlers. They have some really good stuff that they're doing,
Right.
but they also have the old guy thing. I think the XFL is going to have to do that at first.
Yep.
But like I said, I hope they draft out of college. I hope they take some big names.
That's the best thing they could do
They really have to.
because college football is huge.
It really is.
So everybody knows the players.
exactly.
Not everybody gets drafted.
I know. Exactly. So what they should do, I was talking about a friend like this. So, or they just run to the part where they're a developmental league. It's like the NBA's D League.
That's not bad.
So there you go. Some of the people that weren't drafted in the NFL come over to the XFL, put on a good product, hire good coaches, let that be their tryout for the upcoming season of the NFL, and just be a feeder league to them.
I like that.
Why not, right?
That's a great idea.
That's what I'm saying. But they did come out and say you can't have a record. So Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, is out of the equation. He would have been an electric signing.
Wow.
That would have been a good pickup. So I'm not sure I like that rule per se.
Does the NFL have? No, the NFL doesn't.
No.
Half the NFL went to jail.
Exactly. The NFL does not have that rule.
I kind of like that.
Exactly.
But no record, like as in you were like booked.
I don't even think you can have a
convicted?
DUI. Yeah, I hope it's a conviction.
Because think about it, dude. If they're plucking people from college.
I know. I think it's a conviction. So even if it's as simple as a DUI, nope, can't be in the XFL. So trying to put together a family-friendly product. If they can make the game move faster, we're talking maybe some of the rule changes. No 2-minute warning.
Ooh.
Different coaching strategy, right? Maybe take away timeouts in the first half. Do you really need them? Maybe reduce the number of timeouts in the second half. All right, see, Vince, call me, buddy. I got some ideas.
Did you read this somewhere?
No, we were brainstorming yesterday. I had some people over. We were watching the Pro Bowl, that meaningless game.
Oh, so you were the one house that watched it?
Pretty much.
Wow.
And, I wouldn't say I really watched it. We were discussing we were discussing XFL and mixed martial
during
arts.
an NFL game, you were discussing the XFL.
That's what I'm saying. So we're talking about some of the rule changes, and those would be some of them that would be pretty cool.
Jesus.
Keep it going. Maybe shorten the play clock.
Wow.
Drop it a few seconds, 4 seconds maybe. There's some things.
It's a lot. I'm excited.
The replays, just have it from the home office. If they see a bad call, or just get rid of replays in general. Make the game of football again. Like, if it looks like a catch and they call it a catch on the field, it's a catch. Speed up the game. I liked the instant replay when it first came in, but now
I hate it.
It takes too long.
Yeah.
New York knows if it was a catch or not. Just call it a catch. Whistle, call down.
That's the problem, though. How do you know the refs aren't getting a little action on the side for leaning it one way?
It's true.
Just saying.
I mean, if they lean it my way, I'm fine.
That's why they have the stupid replay.
Yeah, and they already came out and said they're not trying to look to build infrastructure, so they're going to be in places that already have stadiums. So again, make it more of a college feel to it.
How many teams they say they're releasing with?
8, I think they want to start with, but they have no owners, none of that information yet. So
it's going to be a short season then.
8 teams. It's going to be a short season. I like it. I don't know. Bring the XFL back. Let it compete against the NFL.
Yeah.
Put out
no
a good
stupid
product.
Nicknames on the back.
Exactly. Maybe they could have a concussion meter. They have to wear these sensors in the helmet, and you can see it on screen with a big hit. We'll show you.
Dude, imagine that. Maybe they're going to do that. Everything's like a smart uniform.
Exactly. That would be amazing.
Genius.
It would be so good.
Wow.
And then I think if they're smart, they'll let it be social media friendly. Let it be shared all across. Don't take down any social media post. If you record the game, who cares?
Right.
Let it be shared. Let it be shareable. So, yeah. But that's way off topic between Stipe and DC. But I have a question for you.
Yes.
All this talk about Stipe. He broke the record, 3 consecutive title defenses. He may be the best heavyweight ever. Is he the best heavyweight to ever do it? And then, a side question, is he the best heavyweight to ever compete in the UFC? I'm just saying that because there is one man, Fedor Emelianenko, that went undefeated for 10 years. Went undefeated. So I still rank him in my eyes. So I'm going to answer this question. No, he's not the best heavyweight to ever do it. I feel like Fedor still holds that title. Is he the best heavyweight ever in the UFC? I may have to say
he has not fought Kane.
He hasn't fought Kane.
He has not fought Kane.
But I still think he's the best heavyweight in the UFC to ever do it, only because some of these guys that we're going to bring up didn't have their prime in the UFC. Okay. So I think of Alistair Overeem as a guy that has fought the best of the best for a super long time.
Can we talk USADA first? Because Fedor wasn't exact.
No, that's true. He was pre-USADA.
Just saying.
That's true.
And Fedor never has hit USADA.
That's
Just
true.
saying.
That's true. Maybe he's
I'm a
staying away
huge
from
Fedor.
USADA.
I still want to get the bobblehead. I still have not bought the
I
Fedor
want
bobblehead.
that.
I still want it. But okay, go ahead. Alistair Overeem.
28 fight, 10-year winning streak. Fedor. That's unbelievable. Fought in pride with some of the best.
Giants.
Of the best.
Giants.
Huge. He was a small heavyweight.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like Alistair Overeem, super Hall of Fame heavyweight.
Until he lost his chin.
This guy's amazing. He's still going to be amazing. Heavyweight division, nobody has a chin. As soon as these guys tag you, you're out. It's just what happens in this division. That's what's cool about it. The guy you just mentioned, Cain Velasquez, 14 wins, only lost twice. JDS, I can't even remember who the other guy was. It wasn't both the JDS, right? It was one JDS, one to somebody else. It might have been outside the UFC. But and out of his 14 wins, 12 KOs, TKOs, and 2 decisions. Pretty crazy. That JDS win, everybody gets caught. It happens sometimes, especially in the heavyweight division. So one of those guys that
Verdum.
Oh, it was okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's another guy. Fabricio Werdum. Like, he is a great guy. 23 wins, 7 losses. Fought some of the best to ever do it as well. You have to remember, Randy Couture held the title in the heavyweight. I think of him more of as a light heavyweight, but he was a heavyweight.
Yeah.
He was a heavyweight. He did it. He did it big. He beat some big people. We have Mirko Krokop, who's been on a crazy winning streak.
Savage.
As of late, winning that tournament over in Ryzen. And then you have one of my favorites, a guy. Oh, I just love this guy. He's so funny. Just revolutionized, I think, the sport. Bas Rutten.
I still want to get
Love that guy.
I still want to get the Bas Rutten gym.
Me too. Me too.
I keep looking at his videos.
That should be a prop for when we go live with our podcast
It
on
looks
video.
so awesome.
Love it. We should. That would be
I
a
wanna
pretty
get
funny
one.
thing to get. Probably kind of an expensive prop
Boss
to
system.
have.
It's like $500.
Love it. Love
It's
it.
not bad.
It's not bad at all.
I wanna
I
get
like
it.
it. But then we have to remember like Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira.
Mm.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He his heyday was in Pride, I think.
If we're talking the best of the best, though,
JDS.
JDS is up there.
Junior Dos Santos.
JDS is up there.
The thing with JDS, his career's not over. So some of these guys
I
could
know.
surpass some of the people we're talking about. But those are some of the big names that I thought of. So, having said that, I already gave my answer. I don't think Stipe is the best heavyweight to ever do it. I think Fedor still holds that crown. But I think he is the best heavyweight in the to ever fight in the UFC.
I would agree with that. Yes.
Wow, I think those are some
100%.
controversial thoughts by us.
Until Kane gets back and gets healthy.
That's the thing. Kane could certainly surpass him. Out of everybody that's in there, I think JDS and Kane still have shots to pass him. Again, JDS, is it a USADA thing? Can't go out and say that because we don't want to get sued. Could be, may not be.
Is.
But we'll see. And then we'll see how Kane, now having to deal with all those injuries, having been away from the sport for a long time, may come back not the same Cain Velasquez.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Could be. And then we have DC that maybe is going to surpass Stipe and become the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Definitely
even
not
though
happening.
He wants to retire soon, so probably not seeing that.
Not happening.
Not happening. So we answered the question for you. Is Stipe the greatest heavyweight of all time? Not in my eyes, but I think he is the greatest heavyweight in UFC history. You agree with that? But what about all time? Do you think Fedor is better, or are you still taking Stipe maybe as the greatest heavyweight of all time? Can't take him all time. His career's too short right now.
You really...
Come on, too shorts.
You really have to go Fedor. You have to.
You have to go Fedor.
He fought
Love it.
everybody.
Everybody.
And anybody.
10-year
matter.
winning streak, 28 fights. That's
Insane.
It's not like he was fighting once a year.
Yeah. And he was
28
fighting
fights.
guys that should have been a super heavyweight.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. But speaking of super heavyweights, we have a super heavyweight segment for you. So let me hit that music.
I bet you want to see my rear naked.
I bet you want to see my rear naked is a segment we created to highlight the woman of MMA. There is a ton of talent in the sport of mixed martial arts, and we hope to highlight some of the people you should keep an eye on. To see more of these hashtag knockouts, go to bdaradio.com and click on Tail of the Tape. The person we are highlighting on today's show is Tiffany Conama. Tiffany Conama is an American MMA fighter competing in the flyweight division. She's associated with Team Alpha Male, Paul's best fight team that he supports, loves that team, Team Alpha Male, and she currently sports a 4-1 amateur record. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about Tiffany's tale of the tape?
Tiffany is 21 years young.
Tiffany, we should go out for drinks sometimes.
Can finally drink some alcohol legally. 5'3".
Wow, short girl.
125 pounds.
That's a good size for that height.
And her loss was really a split decision. I don't think she really lost it. Team Alpha Male.
Team Alpha Male. That's your team. That's your fight team.
Dude, I love them.
I knew you were going to be psyched when we highlighted Tiffany Conama.
I actually see her a lot. Like when they post the group pictures of Team Alpha Male on Instagram and everything, I see her all the time.
Because she's legit.
Dude, she's awesome.
She lives and breathes mixed martial arts.
She should be 5-0. I still don't believe the split decision.
Should be 5-0. She is 4-1 officially. That doesn't mean anything when she turns pro. She'll be 25-0 before you know it. She'll be capturing that strawweight, flyweight title, whatever division she wants to fight in. 125. The 125-pound division. She last fought at Glonco AMA 29, where she picked up a submission victory against Lupita Goniz. So look for her to do big things. If you're in her area, if you know that promotion, absolutely look up their upcoming fight cards and check out Tiffany before she turns pro, before she gets picked up by one of the big promotions, and you have to pay way more for the tickets. So Tiffany Conama, we definitely want to see your rear naked. Choke. And also, if you have an MMA fighter you would like to see featured on this segment, tweet their info to us at Armbar Radio on Twitter. Also, if you disagree with our opinions on Stipe being the greatest heavyweight in the UFC to ever do it, tweet that at us too. We don't mind being wrong on occasion, but we're probably right.
We're definitely right.
Absolutely right.
Fedor.
Bobblehead. Speaking of bobbleheads, I mean, no.
Wait, what just happened? What?
No, TJ Dillashaw, Demetrious Johnson. I don't mean that. Don't come to our house. Don't come to our podcast studio and challenge us to a fight because I will decline. I'll decline gracefully, graciously. I don't know how I'm going to say it.
Demetrious kind of a flyweight, right?
Those guys are tiny. Yeah.
TJ, maybe not. Demetrious is a little bit more beefy.
Yeah, TJ is beefy. Demetrious, not so much. Probably take that dude.
I could probably take that dude.
Just say no, not really. I'm kidding.
We need to set up a sparring. Dude's doing commercials.
Exactly.
We'll take some money.
He's probably sparring with me right now. I don't even know. Like, he's so tiny.
Wow.
I think I'll take little drink marker Chad to take out Demetrious Johnson.
Dude, so I noticed you opened the package.
Yeah, no Paul.
Damn it.
I was looking for
Is
Paul.
that what you did?
Yep.
Damn it. We need a drink marker Paul.
That's what I'm saying. We got to find that.
That's incredible.
That's on my to-do list, find a drink marker Paul.
I love those.
I love those too. But they're as big as Demetrious Johnson.
Yes.
I would take Demetrious Johnson as my new drink marker if he wants to come hang on my drink. I'm just saying. I hope we never see him in person.
Greatest of all time?
He could be the greatest of all time.
Has to be flyweight.
Oh, yeah. He's up there in pound for pound ever.
Ever.
The guy's legit.
Yeah. He's up there.
Fedor. What's up? We just talked about the king, Fedor. But, and then we got to think John Jones. Got to think old school like Chuck Liddell. Still love that guy. But there is some news around Demetrious Johnson and TJ Dillashaw. Demetrious Johnson, he's recovering from a shoulder surgery, but he said he wants to have a champion versus champion clash with TJ Dillashaw. A matchup between Johnson and TJ has been brewing for the better part of a year, with TJ calling him out after some initial reluctance and complications. All parties appear to be on board, and it'll see Dillashaw drop to 125 pounds to challenge Johnson, who is in the midst of a UFC record streak of 11 consecutive title defenses. So what do you think about that? This is a big fight for us hardcore
TJ
MMA fans.
All day.
The thing is, Demetrious doesn't have the fanfare.
No.
Not a super popular champion.
No.
not getting as much credit as he should for an 11-fight consecutive title defense streak. TJ, bigger of the two names because he's feuded with your guy, Team Alpha Male, Uriah Faber, and Cody Garbrandt.
Yes.
Huge feuds with them, a falling out. Used to be a part of Team Alpha Male himself. He took his Dwayne the Bang Ludwig and him went out to Colorado, formed their own team, I think, and I've been working together for a long time. So he has that. He has that drama. He has built a name off of Team Alpha Male. Very popular, exciting fighter. Has beaten, was close with this fight with Dominic Cruz. Could have gone either way, and then beat Cody Garbrandt recently. So if there's going to be people tuning in to see this fight, it's probably because they want to see TJ Dillashaw take out who people will consider one of the top 3 pound for pound best to ever do it. But so you think you're taking TJ all day?
After seeing him fight Cody.
But he got caught by Cody.
He did.
But Cody has huge power.
Cody has huge power. I don't think... Honestly, this is where Mighty Mouse loses.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I'm calling it out.
You don't think Mighty Mouse being the smaller, faster guy, really good footwork?
Dude, have you seen TJ?
I've seen TJ.
There's no way he's slower than
What's the
Demetrious
thing?
Johnson.
They kind of fight similarly.
I know.
So that's going to be tough. Is it going to be one of those where you think style-wise they're going to do awesome things, or does the similar style kind of make the fight boring? It could be that way too. I don't know what's going to happen.
TJ.
You think TJ. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to play devil's advocate. I am taking the guy that has defended his title 11 times consecutively, so I'm going with a Mighty Mouse to win that fight. How can you pick against a guy named Mighty Mouse?
Because who's he fighting? Who's in the flyweight?
He's fighting everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ray Borg.
Ray Borg Paul said that, not me. Just saying.
So I take him too.
I can't believe I'm taking the guy that I just insulted and said who could be my drink marker.
125 pounds, like, really?
I think Demetrious is gonna. He has just amazing football work. One of the most technical fighters in the game.
Did you see TJ?
I did see TJ.
Damn.
That's one fight. Did you see him against? Did you see him against Dominic? Lost.
That was a split decision. Like,
no, I know, but
he
I thought,
almost beat Dominic.
I thought Dominic won that fight, though.
Yeah, I did.
He almost beat Dominic.
It was
but
split,
it was
though.
close.
Yeah.
It absolutely was close.
Wow.
But he lost against Dominic. So I am taking Mighty Mouse to win that fight. You're taking TJ Dillashaw.
All day.
Hopefully it happens. Like we just said, they made one big super fight with DC stepping up in weight to take on Stipe Miocic coming up after they finish their season on Ultimate Fighter. So that'll be huge. Maybe we will see this announcement shortly after with Demetrious coming off an injury. I'm sure his recovery time will be in the next 6-ish months.
Did they give a date?
I don't know.
Or they're just waiting on... I don't think they gave a date yet, right? They just said that that's the next fight lined up.
Yeah, he said, this is what Johnson said about his recovery. Recovery's going good. I had rotator cuff surgery, labrum, and joint cleanout after 11 title offenses and 12 fights. The old dog needs to get some rehab. I got it cleaned up. With 6 weeks recovery, we can get strong again, and hopefully TJ Dillashaw can get this match done. Hopefully July International Fight Week on a big card. Big card. That would be awesome. Okay, so here we go. He was shooting for July.
Wow.
They just announced the big fight for July, so maybe it's not going to happen during that time.
Ooh, DC Stipe.
Yeah, maybe they push it out a month or two. Really get some excitement going for this UFC
or
on Fox deal.
What if it's co-main?
Could be a co-main.
Because TJ Demetrious is probably not... I mean, it is a main event, but for an actual draw for people, that could be a co-main.
It would be tough to put it as a main event and then it not sell.
Right.
That would be embarrassing for the UFC.
That's why I'm saying co-main in July.
That's not a bad idea because...
DC Stipe is the main. Put this as a co-main.
Shoot, that's a good card.
Happy birthday to me.
That would be a pretty good card. They are, I feel like, going to announce a couple more fights. But, yeah, so we'll wait and see. It's a wait and see on that one. But, yeah, so wait to see what the UFC announces on that. I hope they get that fight done. It makes sense. Demetrious has cleaned out his division. TJ has wanted this fight for a long time. Lots of drama between the two. Lots of back and forth. So, UFC, Dana White, make that fight happen. Let's jump into our next topic.
Yes.
Not really UFC related.
Kind of is, sort of is.
Kind of is.
But not really.
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey
has agreed to terms with the WWE to perform for the company as a full-time professional wrestler. She made a surprise appearance last night at WWE's Royal Rumble pay-per-view in Philadelphia. After the conclusion of the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match, Rousey emerged and shocked the crowd. She said, "This is my life now. The first priority on my timeline for the next several years. This is not a smash and grab. This is not a publicity stunt." She told that to ESPN's Ramona Shelbourne. "When I first met with Triple H, I told him there are other things I can do with my time that'll make way more money, but I won't nearly enjoy it as much." And then how it happened on the WWE, the Royal Rumble. Let me set that up for you.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Absolutely do not listen
We probably
to this.
should have said that before the segment.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. Yeah, spoiler alert. So after Japanese superstar Asuka, is that how you say it? Asuka?
Sure.
I saw her live when they came to the SNU Arena.
Oh, did you?
Yep, she
She's
was
hugely
there.
popular.
Oh, she was awesome. Loved her. She's pretty hot too. She's on my list. I like her. I like her in her little outfit.
More of a Paige type of guy. Does
Paige
those leaked videos.
That's not bad. That we didn't watch because
No, definitely not.
That's
I
terrible.
definitely didn't watch it over and over.
So Asuka claimed victory in the Women's Royal Rumble match, and then WWE's Women's Champions Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair entered on the side of the ring, and then suddenly Joan Jett's bad reputation blared through the PA system, and Rousey's name appeared on the screen, and Roddy Piper's kind of his brand. She is Rowdy Ronda Rousey, so she's using that Roddy Piper gimmick to her liking. And then I heard there's also already some apparel that you can buy on WWE's website with the Roddy Piper's insignia, but it's Ronda Rousey. So what do you think about this?
I hate this so much.
Do you? Why?
It was embarrassing.
But it's huge for WWE, isn't it? Is it? Do you think it is still?
If she was still a champion, she moved over. She didn't lose twice in a row.
True.
So I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was embarrassing when she came down to the ring. All right, there was a good pop at the beginning. People were excited, but then she got in the ring, didn't say anything, and just pointed to the stupid thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. She pointed to the
She
Royal
literally
Rumble
just
sign.
pointed to the WrestleMania sign.
Oh yeah, it was WrestleMania.
It was a WrestleMania sign. She literally just stood there with her finger up, pointing at it, and just staring at it. It was embarrassing. I wanted to close my eyes. I looked away. I had to look away. It was one of those uncomfortable moments. I don't know if it's because I'm a huge MMA fan, and this saddens me greatly.
Wow.
I don't mind WWE stars coming to the MMA and getting their ass kicked. I think it's going to be embarrassing. I think this is going to be another Goldberg. It's just big moves, shoot, and that's it.
Oh, shoot.
I'm embarrassed for her, and I don't want this to happen whatsoever.
Oh, I guess the proof will be in the pudding. That's what they're saying. This is setting up a big WrestleMania. There's a bunch of rumors going around on who her opponent will be for WrestleMania.
Oh, I'm so annoyed.
It's crazy.
I'm so annoyed.
I don't know.
I don't want her to fight anybody good like Sasha Banks, because Sasha Banks is really good, a great worker. I just don't want it to happen.
Yeah, but when she fights someone like Sasha Banks can make anybody look good.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Sasha. She's super talented. Trained by Kingpin Brian Malonis. He was one of her trainers. Not bad. That's a good plug.
As well as Warbeard.
Yeah, Warbeard, who's now part of WWE. Love it. That's a good tag team to have in that division.
I honestly can't begin to explain how annoyed I am and how disappointed.
Really?
And how embarrassing it's going to be when she wrestles.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to tune in to the wrestling podcast about nothing and see how they feel about it. I hope they're excited.
I wonder if they talked about it, but I'm so angry.
That's funny.
Just thinking about it. She's going to be so bad. But she's going to be stiff as hell. She's not a
She's been a WWE fan her whole life.
So am I. Am I getting into the ring?
Why not? Let's do it.
Jesus.
We know some people. I don't know.
I could do a little weekend camp.
We could.
I'm still waiting for you to do it.
Maybe.
You should totally play up Jeff Hardy.
Dude, I would. I'm just going to lose a little bit of weight.
Hardy.
that wouldn't be bad.
The long lost brother.
That's a good gimmick. That's not bad.
You're like
Maybe I will play
combo
that.
between them. You definitely look more like Jeff, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I could
telling
be a
you.
long lost brother. Yeah. Broken
But
Chad Hardy.
yeah, he were a former UFC champion who destroyed everybody.
Oh, I know.
Then got destroyed 2 in a row.
like really bad.
Like then almost did like a whole like Britney Spears type thing where she just like lost her mind.
Shaved her head.
Dude, and now
Well, she didn't shave her head,
she
but
throws a fucking
close.
leather jacket and pretends she's Rowdy
Rowdy
Piper.
Ronda Rousey.
I'm so annoyed.
I like it.
Oh my god, I can't even look. I'm picturing her in my head right now, and I'm getting annoyed.
I will be super embarrassed if, like you said, she comes out, looks stiff, can't wrestle.
100% that's what's going to happen.
I don't know. I think she's pretty athletic. Went to the Olympics, judo champion. She's pretty athletic.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a long time. Let's be honest.
I think it's too early to judge.
Her fights are typically in the UFC are like less than a minute.
True.
Until she get her ass kicked. Again, less than a minute.
But do you know who's successfully doing it so far? Shayna Baszler, former UFC girl, former MMA. Not as big of a name, so it's easier for her to convert over. There's Matt Riddle.
That's
Brian's
different.
friend.
That's different.
Super athletic guy. That
Yes.
guy's legit.
Yeah.
He's making a name for himself on the independent scene. I wouldn't be surprised to see him signed to a big company soon.
Maybe I'm going to be completely wrong.
You could be completely wrong.
I guarantee this is a
And I was
Goldberg.
going to save this for after, but do you know who else wouldn't mind going to WWE at some point?
Who?
Paige VanZant.
Really?
She wants to come over. I was going to save that for after.
Oh, yes.
I'll save the other news for after.
Okay.
But yeah, so Paige VanZant said she wouldn't mind competing in the WWE if they were to come calling for her to do it.
Wow.
I think there's
So
potential.
she would drop the UFC like that?
I don't know if she said drop the UFC.
Oh, okay.
In
In parallel?
she would probably do a cash grab like Ronda Rousey says she's not doing. So it's interesting. Ronda Rousey, we'll see. The proof will be in the pudding, like I said earlier. Paul was embarrassed, completely embarrassed, wanted to close his eyes.
I can't even watch it again.
Can't watch it again. I can watch it all day
The whole
long.
gimmick, the point, the staring at the WWE, like the WrestleMania sign.
You know the problem is she's never going to be Roddy Piper.
100%. You
He
can't
was
play off the gimmick
man.
of one of the best
He's
best
awesome.
wrestlers of all time.
Love that guy.
Top 5 characters ever in WWE.
So good. Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Piper. There's a bunch of good gimmicks.
I mean,
Who else?
obviously The Rock.
Yeah,
If
but
you're talking
I'm
new-
talking old school. I
old
love like
school.
$1 Million Man. I love the Honky Tonk Man, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I don't even know who
I
else.
love all of them.
Mr. Perfect. Come on.
Yeah.
He was awesome. Just
Rick
all
Rude?
all
Ravishing Rick Rude.
I wish I had. Oh, we got to do that.
I have those. Do you remember those old WWF cards at the time? Do you remember
have
like
some
they
of
came?
those?
I have the full set.
Dude, I used to have Ultimate
I
Warrior
loved 'em.
wrestling buddy.
Haku. Oh, did you?
Yes, I wish I still had that. That would be amazing to just hang up somewhere.
That would be fucking awesome.
All this old stuff that we used to have. Oh man, I used to love the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. Loved them. They were my favorite tag team.
I actually just watched recently the Brutus Beefcake, like the salon, not the hair salon, Jesus Christ, the barber shop.
See?
Where he put
Love
him
it.
right through the window. That was the best thing ever. Super kick Jannetty and then just threw him through the window.
Love it.
Amazing.
So good. So I'm saying those are some really, really good gimmicks. But
You
now
know
you're
what's not a
talking
good
about
gimmick? Ronda Rousey.
Rowdy Ronda.
Not a good gimmick.
Did she come out wearing a kilt?
No, she had like jeans. And
Come on.
She had the leather jacket though.
That doesn't.
That Piper always wore.
I think that's a bad move. I mean, I get it. She was rowdy. It was based off of Piper.
But you can't put that in a WWE
live
ring.
up to
They're not
his
related.
persona. No, I know.
All right, like I get like all right, so Gold Dust, and then it was whatever Cody Rhodes' gimmick was. What was it?
Yeah, I don't
Gold
know.
Dust, and wasn't it?
Somebody
Whatever.
else. Somebody else.
Whatever. Like if they're related, you could play it off, right?
True.
There's no relation.
No relation.
She just stole his name.
She could get sued, right?
Absolutely.
I'm wondering if she's going to get sued. Speaking of wrestling, since we're talking about it too, I don't think I
Yeah.
had this down. I read an article today that Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman, they had a match at the Royal Rumble, kind of really got pissed at each other.
Oh.
And were really like hitting each other. So
Stop it.
Brock Lesnar got kneed in the face, and I guess it was pretty hard.
Oh.
So then Brock threw some punches that may have landed harder then they were in Spokesman lands.
Oh.
And then they were just swearing at each other. It was off.
Really?
Mic. So
I didn't watch it.
That's interesting. I wouldn't sleep on Braun Strowman. That guy is huge.
Wow.
I'd pay to see him and Brock Lesnar square off in the octagon. I don't know who I would take. Braun Strowman is a pretty legit badass. Like, I'd be scared of that dude. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I should have watched. I didn't watch Royal Rumble.
Not that we're a
I just
wrestling
saw
podcast.
highlights. Yeah.
Just saying. So if the wrestling podcast about nothing wants to steal that topic, that's just rumors I heard.
Wow.
Just, feel free. I'll let you have that creative license. Not even sure what that means.
Wow.
But that's what it is. So let's jump in to our next segment. Kind of quick, but I think we beat that to a dead horse. You don't like Ronda. I'm excited about it, and we will just wait to see who she fights at WrestleMania and see if she is as stiff as a board or if she's super athletic and may become one of the best female wrestlers ever. We'll see. But let me hit that button for you.
Who would win in a fight?
Who would win in a fight? This is a segment where we like to pit two MMA fighters against each other and decide who we think would win that fight. It's our prediction part of the show that could win you money, but most likely won't. So today we are breaking down UFC Fight Night, Machida versus Anders. This card, also known as UFC Fight Night 125, will be held on February 3rd, 2018 at the Arena Guilherme Parense in Belém, Brazil.
Hotel Mino Necklace Schwansteiger. Goal!
The main card and preliminary card is on Fox Sports 1. We won't pick the preliminary card, but I wanted to tell you because it's a big fight. It's a welterweight contest. This headlines the preliminary card. It's Sergio Moraes takes on Tim Means Business. This is a big fight.
This is a huge fight.
Sergio making a quick turnaround over after he had a huge knockout against Aljamain. Right? Am I remembering that correctly? I think it was.
I think you're right.
I think that's who knocked out Aljamain.
While.
So he's taking on Tim Means Business, a big, tall fighter for that weight class. So this is going to be a stand-up war. I know we're not gonna be judged on our picks. I still want to make a pick. I know Sergio Moraes has now is finding his rhythm in the UFC. He's picked to be one of the best welterweights in the world. I am taking Tim Means Business, though, to win this fight. I think his length is going to confuse Sergio, and I think he's going to get the job done. So that's my pick for that fight. You're taking the opposite, aren't you?
Nope.
Oh, you're taking Tim Means
Dirty
Business?
Bird.
Wow.
I love Team Means.
Me too. That's just, we were thinking with our, yeah, I don't know. Not that. Let's see. Let's jump to the bottom of the main card. It's a middleweight contest. Thiago Santos takes on Anthony Smith.
Oof.
I don't have the records in front of me.
Thiago Santos, 16-5.
That's not bad. What did he do his last fight?
He lost his last 3 in a row.
Okay, so I'm taking Anthony Smith to win this fight.
He won his last 3 in a row.
Oh, he won his last 3 in a row? Oh, shoot.
I just wanted you to base that off your pick.
Oh, man. So
Anthony
Thiago
Smith
Santos
has won his last 3 as well.
See that?
Anthony Smith has been looking really good, though. Lionheart. I'm going with Lionheart.
Oh, no,
Dude, his nickname's Lionheart.
I love that. You got heart, Lionheart. That's a weird part of that movie, though.
It really is.
Using heart twice, it's so close together. But I love that movie. Love Jean-Claude Van Damme.
So he is 11-1 in his last 12 fights. Anthony Smith. Yeah. Lionheart.
Wow.
Definitely Lionheart.
You're taking Lionheart to win that fight.
Dude, he just KO'd Lombard,
true.
all day.
That's huge. I think he is going to win as well. You got heart,
I talked to him.
You really did. Let's go up to it. Timothy Johnson. This is a heavyweight contest, so this is a pick-em, really, because when these guys connect, they can land and be devastating and knock the other guy out. So Timothy Johnson taking on Marcelo Golm. Again, Marcelo has no Wikipedia page.
But he's 6-0.
6-0.
Undefeated.
Taking on Timothy Johnson.
Who is 11-4.
11-4.
He's gone off and on.
That's what I'm saying. But he
Lost
has
win,
the experience.
Lost win.
So I'm going to take the experience
Oh.
of Timothy Johnson to win this fight.
Wow. I am going with undefeated
Whoa.
Marcelo Gomez.
Wow. So we're disagreeing on that fight. Then that brings us to a lightweight contest between Michael Prazeres. He takes on Desmond Green. Before you even read the records, I'm taking Desmond Green to win this fight.
Wow, Predator.
The Predator, another great
Wow.
movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger, get down, let's get to the chopper. That's
Wow.
pretty good.
Wow.
The Governator. Who are you taking? Oh, you're taking Michael, aren't you?
I'm taking Michael.
Or Mikkel, I should say.
I don't say Michael. Is it Mikkel?
I don't know. Do you know?
I'm terrible at pronunciation.
I always butcher somebody else's name, but it's because I can't.
Because
can't
it's spelled
say the name.
Michel. So
Mikkel, Mike. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I guess we should listen to the announcement, and once they say it, I'll never be able to repeat it anyways. So we
I
just
remember
make
with
up our own names.
Yeah. I remember submitting Berkman, like, I think his last fight or the one before, I don't remember. But dude, that's nasty.
Oh,
nasty.
you know who I'm thinking of?
Who?
Jan Blachowicz.
Oh, yeah.
Or
yeah.
I always say Jan.
Yes, Jan.
I don't want to say Jan.
Right.
You're gonna make me say Jan? No, I'm saying Jan. I know Jan's a woman's name, but when you're as big as bad as Jan Blachowicz, you can be called Jan and run with it. But now we're getting into the meaty part of the card. These
Here
are
we
some
go.
legit fights. Valentino Shevchenko takes on Priscilla Cochera in a women's flyweight contest. Bullet Shevchenko, I am taking all day long, twice on Sunday.
100%.
Oh, this is a good card.
Split
Not saying
decision
Priscilla's
with Amanda Nunez. Stop it.
Not saying Priscilla's not woman enough to take this fight, and sometimes you see when you're the heavy underdog, these kinds of things happen, especially in the sport of mixed martial arts.
UFC debut against Valentina. There's no way.
That's a harsh debut.
There's no way.
That is
How did she even get the fight?
I have no idea. It's because they're in Brazil.
Oh,
I
and she
think
was
that's what it
available?
is. And she was available.
Damn.
Another crazy fight happening. I know Dodson hasn't looked as good as he has in his past, but John Dodson meets Pedro Munoz in a bantamweight matchup. I am going to take the experience of John Dodson in this fight.
Wow.
I'm just telling you, he's been around the block. He has fought the higher level of competition. I know he hasn't looked as good as of late, but I am taking John Dodson to win this fight, even when they're fighting in Brazil.
Wow.
Who do you have to? Yeah, it looks like you're going to
going
take Pedro. Oh, shoot.
Dude, he just beat Rob Font.
No, I know, but
In a
I'm
guillotine.
just saying, John Dodson's a different animal.
He is. He's
Way different animal.
getting old.
He is getting old.
He's gonna
He may
lose.
be on the
on
downside
the
of his
downward
career, but that doesn't worry me.
All right.
I think his
Pedro!
experience is going to overwhelm Pedro.
I'd vote for you, Pedro.
Pedro, vote for Pedro. Yeah, vote Pedro. Love his dance.
Oh.
And then we're going to get to the main event of the evening. It is a middleweight contest featuring Lyoto Machida taking on Eric Anders. I really want to go with Lyoto Machida, but Brunson made him look so bad.
Silly.
Made him look so silly. He may be a guy that's on the downside of his career. He may be another guy, again, not making any accusations, but hasn't looked the same since USADA came into to business in the UFC. Again, that means nothing, just stating a fact. So I am actually going to take Anders to win this fight, but I wouldn't be surprised if the experience of the Dragon is enough to overwhelm Anders in this. But I don't know. It's a main event. They're in Brazil. It's set it up for Lyoto Machida, a legend, a future Hall of Famer to win this fight. But for some reason, I'm taking Anders. Who do you have?
Undefeated Anders.
You're taking undefeated Anders to win this fight. Let's see if he's legit. Let's see him take on one of the best to ever do it in Lyoto Machida. Karate guy, awkward angles when he's standing up, in and out, crazy distance. Just didn't look that good lately.
He's awkward.
So we will see. It's awkward watching him get knocked out all these times now. That's what's awkward. But that brings us to the end of the show. Anything on your mind? No? Nothing?
You're going to talk about it.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's off the market. We can talk about it later.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But before we get into those, let's tell our fans about our upcoming events. We are a show of the people. So let's talk about February 2nd. That is CES MMA 48, Rebello versus Wyeth. That takes place. February 3rd, we just talked about it, UFC Fight Night 125, Machida versus Anders. And then we have February 10th, UFC 221, Rockhold versus Romero. We'll be talking about that on probably our next podcast. February 16th, Bellator 194, Nelson versus Mitrione. The next part of their Bellator heavyweight tournament takes place. And then February 16th is LFA 33, Willis versus Stewart. So look for those events. If you can get tickets, if you live nearby, absolutely do it. MMA is such a great sport to watch live. Let's talk about Sage Northcutt, my man crush. The guy that I wouldn't mind. That, you know, like in every relationship, you have a freebie. Like mine has always been Natalie Portman. So if I ever meet Natalie Portman and have the opportunity to have relations with Natalie Portman, like Brittany can't get mad at me.
I just want to know where this is going.
Sage Northcutt.
Yeah.
I give my freebie to Brittany. As long as it's Sage Northcutt and as long as they agree to let me watch.
He's your drink holder.
He is the guy that's on my cup. So I wrote a blog about this a long time ago. So I'm kind of stealing my own jokes, but I guess it's okay if they're my own jokes. I would give anything. So if he has sex with Brittany, she's game. Like I'm just going to let, if she's game, if he's game, all of that. And I'm allowed to watch. Hopefully he impregnates
you
her.
want to watch?
Because I would give anything to raise Sage Northcutt's kids. Just saying. But
why'd you want to watch?
I don't know. He looks flexible. Maybe some tips. I don't know. Tips and
Where's
tricks.
this going?
Well,
What the hell just happened?
It really wasn't going anywhere.
What just happened?
It was setting up the fact that I would love to raise his
whatever
kids.
you're in.
I'll be their stepfather.
Oh, man.
But so he was pursuing a role in the new Rocky franchise, Creed 2.
This sounds terrible.
Sounds terrible. He didn't get the part.
New Drago?
Yep, exactly. That's what it was. So he didn't get the part. It went to fitness model, German, Romanian boxer, Florian Montenegro. I looked it up. Like, this guy is like 6'8", 280 pounds. A monster of a man. Sage Northcutt, not that big, but great. Would love to see him get that part, but I think they probably picked the right guy to for the role. Paige VanZant.
Yes.
You just discussed this. Off the market. She said, I do. I will. I do. I will.
I don't know. Is she on your list at least?
I told you only get one freebie.
Oh.
So that's the thing. Mine was Natalie Portman.
Damn it.
Love Natalie Portman since like the professional.
Because we were that age.
We were that. Yeah, so I'm not being some
It's not
sick
creepy.
pervert.
Yeah.
We are the same age. She's like a year younger than me or older than me.
Yeah.
Birthday's right around the
age.
same. Yeah, I think her birthday's like June 9th. Brittany's birthday.
Beautiful.
Kind of that thing. So it is what it is. So Paige VanZant off the market. She got engaged. Yeah, that was it. Basically, I'm disappointed.
She got engaged. She's off the market.
I'm sad. Off the market.
Saddened.
Yep. Terrible news. Unfollowing her on Instagram. Unfollowing her on Instagram.
Jesus.
That's what it is. Don't want to see her happy. Come on.
Wow.
No, be miserable like all of us. I mean, just kidding. More news. This happened like about a week ago, but again, my house was infected with the flu, so we didn't get a chance to talk about it. Robert Whitaker, I guess he was in serious condition because of a mistreated staph infection in his stomach.
Oh, shit.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Yeah, Dana White revealed that he was dealing with a staph infection in his stomach that did not receive proper treatment, and as a result, the 185-pound champ apparently is in serious condition. I don't know if he means it like as a medical diagnosis of serious condition,
right?
Or just is gonna. I guess it started eating away at his organs. So hopefully it's a full recovery. Hopefully it'll be a quick recovery. Staph is such a crazy, nasty thing to get in your body.
I had a teacher in college he died. Well, he got revived from a staph infection.
Oh man, see, that's
it was
brutal.
Literally like a metal it was some type of splinter in his forearm, and he wasn't feeling good. Then all of a sudden his forearm blew up. So then he went to the hospital, and sure enough, it was because like he had a staph infection, and they literally had to revive him.
That's nasty.
I think he's still alive.
Oh man,
I
that's
hope so.
terrible.
Brilliant guy.
But that's the thing with the mixed martial arts rolling around the mats. They're dirty. The disease is like gym staph is easy to contract in those areas. So hopefully it's a quick recovery. Hopefully it's a full recovery because Robert Whittaker he's the man.
Yes.
Awesome to watch. And then new news coming out. Chuck the Iceman Liddell. He's part of the cast for the upcoming celebrity edition of Big Brother. So that'll be interesting to watch. He'll be one of the 11 celebrities who will live in the Big Brother house during a 2.5 week run that kicks off February 7th. The 48-year-old Iceman joins Shannon Elizabeth. Used to be one of my celebrity freebie stats. Loved her American Pie. Oh, man. Can't say enough about her until she went on Dancing with the Stars and had a relationship with that Derek Huff. Off my radar now.
Did she?
Dude, that's if Derek Huff can get her, I actually had a chance with Shannon Elizabeth. That's
There's
terrible.
no way.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Julianne Hough, though? Sister?
She's still on my
She's
list.
on my list.
Yes. Love her. Also on the show, Brandy Glanville. I think she's
Is that just Brandy?
like a housewife of somebody.
Oh, I thought it was like Brandy, like the singer.
No, I think
I don't know half this fucking people.
I don't either.
Probably 3/4 I don't know.
Yes. Ariana Gutierrez.
Who?
Probably if I seen a picture of her, I'd know who she was.
Yeah.
Marissa Jarrett Winokur.
Who?
No idea. Kesha Knight Polimium.
Nope.
No idea. Amaraso Manigault. Wasn't she on the You're Fired show?
Yeah, Trump
Celebrity
show.
Apprentice?
I thought so.
Oh, I think it was Apprentice.
I remember the first
Before
name.
she was a celebrity.
I'm assuming that's her. Yeah.
I think that's her too. James Maslow, Ross Matthews,
No idea.
Mark McGrath.
That's badass.
Love him. Loved his hair in high school. The dyed frosted tips. Love him.
Because you had it.
I definitely had it. Love it. And then Meta World Peace. Know him. NBA.
Yes.
Ron Artest.
Ron Artest.
Love him. And when he punched fans.
Insane.
insane.
Dude's out of his mind.
He would have broke the internet if the internet was around then. Was the internet around then? I don't think
Yeah.
so. Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember
about
seeing
that.
it.
Yes. We watched it on TV. Probably TNT.
Maybe it was.
Oh, man. The only place for catching NBA. Now you can catch it on a few different channels. But that's it. Any other news you want to bring up?
No, I mean.
Dang you, Paige VanZant. The heck?
I'm upset. So.
Uh-oh.
We have stuff
Oh, we do have stuff.
that we never have. We still
have stuff that maybe featured Paige VanZant.
Do we have to draw
Maybe
on
not.
a ring?
Do we have to draw on a ring?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like on the.
What? Oh, that's true. We may have to. That's right. Maybe this
Huh?
wouldn't fit her anymore because there's a ring on her finger.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, does that give away too much info?
Didn't we say
Something.
anything?
I don't think we said what it was, but
Oh, okay.
I don't think we said it was a glove.
Oh, okay.
I bet it was signed by the newly engaged Paige VanZant. But maybe we'll give that away shortly.
12 gauge.
12 gauge Paige VanZant. So we have some awesome stuff here that we're going to give away soon. Yeah. So look for that shortly. But that does bring us to the end of our show. Remember to like BDA Radio on Facebook, facebook.com/BDA Radio Media. Make sure you check out the Wrestling Podcast About Nothing. If you like wrestling, that podcast will not disappoint. You can find their show by going to the NAI network in BDARadio.com. One feed, making it easy for us, making it easy to tune in to that show. You can find it by going to any podcast platform like iTunes, Stitcher, etc. Also, you can catch this show, A Man Walks Into an Armbar, every Saturday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time-ish on the Podcast Radio Network. You can listen by downloading the Crikey Premium Radio app. I can't talk today. On iOS or Android, or by looking up Podcast Radio Network on TuneIn Radio. That is a show for now. Peace out for now.
Why, Paige? Why?